Let's start by answering the question that I left you with last time. We played our thirds starting here until we got to the second string and it didn't sound right. So if I just want to change this to make it sound right, and just by trial and error you might get it. Does this sound right if I lower it? Nope. What if instead of playing the second string on the second fret, I play it on the third fret? Does that sound like a third? Let's listen to them all together and see if it sounds right. Ta-da! Now let's do it with fourths. So what we did was we raised it 1 fret higher to get the right relationship. Let's play fourths, starting on the 6th string. 1, 4, 1, here comes the bride. Now we move our 1 to the 5th string and play Here Comes the, well, I tend to play Here Comes the Bride on this one, but we're really supposed to go 1, 4, 1. Then we move the 1 to a new place. Play 1, 4, 1. Both these fingers are in the same fret. You could also play it like that. And then we move our 1 to a new place. We're going to span the 3rd and the 2nd string, so we need to allow for the 2nd string bump. So instead of playing here, we move that one up. So that's what the 2nd string bump is. You just think of the relationship that you're going for, the shape that you would normally go for down here, and you play 1 fret higher. Here comes the bride. And that's how we do the 2nd string bump. Let's keep going. So now we know where a 4th is when we go from the 3rd string to the 2nd string. Now let's play a 4th. The 2nd string and the 1st string have the same relationship that the lower strings have. So we can just play in the same fret and we get a 4th. 1, 4, 1. 1, 4. Now let's start and just play a 4th higher and see what happens. Okay, we're going to play a 4th higher than that. 4th higher than that is here. 4th higher than that is here. And if we want to go up a 4th, we have to move to the 4th fret. And then if we go up a 4th, we're in the 4th fret. You can pause if you need time because this right here is really important. We're working our way into being able to play our exercises through what it's called through the circle of fourths. We're going to have a lesson on that next time. So we just played 1 4th higher, 1 4th higher, 1 4th higher. And now we've gotten to the smallest string. This note here is the same note as this note here, just this one's 2 octaves lower. This is an A flat, this is an A flat. So what we do, in order to keep moving through the circle of fourths, I'll explain that more next time, we go down to the low string in the same fret, and then we play 1 4 1. 1 4 1. Then we take our 1, we move it up. If we want a 4th, it's going to be in the next fret higher. And between the 2nd and the 1st string, we play in the same fret. Now we've, in a way, gotten to a stopping place. Whatever note this is, you don't even have to know the names of the notes yet, but it happens to be an A. This is also an A. So then you can play your 4ths like that. You can also do that with your 3rds and with your 2nds. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay. I'm going to teach you a new, now that we've learned 4ths, we can learn our first little melody. It's like a tiny little melody, a mini sort of micro song. what we did up to now, if it's confusing, maybe watch this lesson again so that you have it clear how we're doing this. Actually, let me see. Oh, we have plenty of time. Let's play. I was thinking when we were playing fourths just now, it might make a little more sense if we do it with the thirds or the seconds. Let's do it. Let's do it with both. We have plenty of time. I'll tell you what. I'm going to make this one in 2 parts also. I have to write it down though. It's my plan. I'm going to make this in 2 parts, and I'm going to stop in a minute here when I'm done explaining what I'm going to do. So you can just focus on, no, I'm revising the lesson as we go. I'm going to show you for the rest of this is going to be part A. And for the rest of part A, I'm going to play seconds through the circle of fourths, like I just showed you how to do. And I'm also going to play thirds through this circle of fourths. We'll talk more about circle of fourths next time. And then I'm going to stop, and that's just going to be part A. And if you're not ready, let me show you what we're going to do next. The next thing we play is, let's see, it's that's our little song, and we're going to play that through. We're going to play that through our pattern, our cycle of fourths. So spend time, make sure you're comfortable with part A, and what I'm going to do next is play the seconds and thirds. So if you don't want to do that again, you can just stop right now and go on to part B. Part B, we're going to play, and we're going to play that through the circle of fourths. It gets a little more complicated now because we're going to play through to the second string and on, and it changes when you're playing over the second string bump. Okay, so for now, we'll play seconds and thirds, and then that'll be the end of part A. Part B will be, okay. So for seconds, let's go ahead and start here on the 3rd fret, and we'll play seconds like this. 1, 2, 1. We could also play, but let's just stick with one shape for now. There was our 1. Now we're going to move our 1 to a new place. It's a 4th higher. We're going to play 1, 2, 1. And now we're going to move up to the next string, a 4th higher. Whoops. And now we're going to move to the 3rd string and play 1, 2, 1. And now when we move to the 2nd string, we don't stay in the same fret. We move up a fret, so it'll sound right. And we'll be playing, our 1 is a 4th higher than it was before. And then we play on the 1st string. This note is the same as that note, just 2 octaves apart. And then we play 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. And we go to the 2nd string, we have to do the 2nd string bump. And then same fret. This is an A note, so is that. And so on and so forth, as high as you can go without hurting yourself. The technique of your hand will change as you're moving higher on the neck. So take your time and try to keep your hand comfortable. And that's it for part A. Let's go on to part B.